Good hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 147th. I am Jamie, and this week I'm joined by MPV Graham. Let me just bring him in here.
Good hello.
Good hello, MPV Graham. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I am spiffing. I'm not sure if you're aware, but just in case you weren't sure.
Took a long way to go.
Definitely took a long way.
We'll get more into that later on. But we've also got 1.6. Wait. 1.7 milliman.
1.6.
Even though you 1000G Power World and whatever else it was, I keep doing something up on your. Oh, Andy! I knew there was another clip I meant to get ready for this week.
Oh, you forgot.
I know, I forgot. I'm terribly sorry. No Scottish Gruff Ross this week. He's what's he doing? Who's playing in Super Bowl? Ian?
Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
And he's off to support one or the other. I don't know which one. It's not even none of them are his team either, are they? So
no, he's packed like me. He supports the Chiefs. He needs to go.
Is he going to be which one? Which side has got Taylor Swift on the team?
That's the Chiefs.
Okay.
He's a bit of a Swiftie, isn't he? So.
Yeah, I mean, I know I get a lot of grief for being the old man, but I completely missed anything that's going on. I was like, why is he talking about fucking Taylor Swift in the NFL? Now I understand.
Swift, don't you? That's why.
I've heard of her, and I suppose she's quite good.
Don't lie, I heard of her. You know all her songs.
I know the girls listen to some of her songs sometimes. Anyway, we got way off track. We don't need to talk about Taylor Swift. We've got plenty of other stuff to get through. We got this. Let's shake it off. Way nice. And move on to what we're here for, which is talking about Xbox games, news, and all sorts of other fun goodies in between. Gentlemen, we'll kick off with a bit of Project Game Pass because we like Project Game Pass. So let's go for it. So if you're not familiar, again, Project Game Pass, pick a game from Game Pass each and every month. We play it, we discuss it, we give it an overall podcast rating, and then we move on. The first Sunday of every month, starting of 2024, is going to be a stream where we play the game we picked together. It's always going to be a multiplayer game. Last month was Turbo Golf Racing, which we already enjoyed. This month is the one, the only Power World, which seems to have taken the world by storm. So the three of us and Scottish Golf Ross teamed up last Sunday at 8 p.m.
Ish.
Super Bowl-ish.
Do that again?
Me.
No. Ish. I like it.
It's cool, but it's so short.
I was like, can I stretch it out anyway? I don't know. Well, we got WWE Superstar-ish. There we go.
Can't you? So you're like, the speed.
I enjoyed the speed of it. I did it. We're getting behind things. I forgot what I was saying now. Project Game Pass, blah, blah, blah. Power World, 8 p.m.
Ish.
where we play it together. And then the rest of the month, the other 3 Sundays, we'll do the podcast as usual. So, gentlemen, we play Power World. Ian, as I said just now, I believe you just 1000G'd it recently. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you've had an even bigger U-turn to when we started playing it, and you before we started playing it, you were like, "Oh, I don't want to play this. It looks shit."
Yeah, I did pretty much like a full-on 180 U-turn to pretty much probably one of my favorite games I've played in a very long time.
I will listen as far as a little bit. I saw what it took to 1000G, and it's not a lot, is it? You just have to beat all the different towers.
Beat all the towers and catch loads of pals.
Yeah, I think I'm already on like 600 or 800.
Yeah,
and I'm not even trying.
Yeah, I'm sure you get there as well. Like I say, it's just I found the enjoyment of like going around and just trying to find different powers I haven't caught yet. It's a shame none of them are really involved, but I guess you can kind of tell which powers are like their next form that don't really need to be involved. But still, yeah, such a brilliant game, such quite immersive. Like you have to kind of, whereas I find like in Pokemon, I have to obviously mention it. You can't just go through, you pick up Pokeballs, and you can kind of cheese in a way by just using quick balls. and just quickly and then obviously catch soon your first turn. Whereas I feel with this one, you've kind of got to make the balls as well first, and obviously build your base up, and obviously you have to make up the harder balls yourself. So obviously, like some of the bosses I couldn't really do until I had like the hyper balls.
Yeah, the red
and
ones.
then the red ones, yeah, and then even some of the yellow ones are cool, but the red ones mainly like towards
Giga or something
Giga,
like that.
something like that's a Giga. You're right. I needed them ones when I was trying to get the powers I haven't caught yet. So I was going to the harder areas where the powers are like level like 30, 40. I still needed the red ones because the blue and green ones were literally just either bouncing off them or giving me like a 0.75% chance of
It
catching them.
was. I think they were saying that there was a bit of a patch in the Xbox version where the more effigies you pick up, it actually hampers your
Yeah,
catch.
I read that. Yeah, I think Ross told me that, so don't use them because apparently it hampers your percentage side. Even though I've got like 15, 20 of them, I've never used it because I was worried about that glitch as well.
Yeah, I think it's too late for me though. I've done it a couple of times before I found that where it said that.
Yeah, so I had one weird glitch as well happen to me where it wouldn't auto save, kind of an error message.
Yeah, that only happened recently to me.
I found the fix. I had a quick look on like random and looking like the subreddits and stuff. And I found like one comment down, like probably like 20 lines down, which didn't even saying. We said just take a screenshot and I'll fix it. So I took a screenshot and it saved.
You gotta love those kind of bugs.
Fucking
Yeah,
tech
it is
support
so
101 there,
it's
eh?
so random. Just take a screenshot on your Xbox and literally just does it and it fixes it. And I was like, fuck off. So I just push the screenshot random, which is probably why I've got a random screenshot in Power Wars every now and again.
Yeah.
It's literally because to get rid of that glitch, just press the screenshot button and it auto saves for you. I was like, that comment should be towards the top, not fucking 20, 30 down on a comment page was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That comment should be
That's
higher
really
up.
weird. That's a very bizarre fix to a bug. It's like in Prince of Persia, I think recently there was a bug with a boss fight, and all you had to do was disconnect controller, put it back on, and you can carry on. But until then, you literally couldn't progress. It's fucking very strange.
So weird.
Very
Literally,
strange.
like, I think it just apparently like it resyncs the server or something and allows you to save again or something. But yeah, literally that comment was like 20 comments down. And as soon as someone that fucking worked, like, why is this not higher? It's like, why is this not higher? Fucking having to scroll through the fucking page down to find it. But yeah, apart from that bug which I couldn't save until I checked a couple of subreddits because obviously I didn't want to lose any of my progress. I've had such fun with it. Odd few times in my base where powers aren't doing the right task, something like that.
Yeah, I know. That is the most annoying. Mine just keep getting stuck in either hump in the mountain or wedged on like the condenser. That's the fucking Jormungandr, this giant Gyarados-looking fire one. Just make my fucking Ingos and stop pissing off. Keep throwing them at the furnace. He goes, you can't do the wheat field. The wheat field's over there. I'm not throwing them.
I had one where he's like, do the grinder. And it's like, no, can't do the grinder. Yes, you fucking can. You're the only one that can. Just do
it. every time I throw it, it's literally right. There's nothing else. I literally had to clear the whole deck. It's like there's fuck all else through it. It's like he can't cut down trees. I was like, there's no trees.
There is no want him to cut down trees. It's like one of the big bat one. It's like I want him to get iron ore. He keeps going to the fucking stonework because like stop going to stonework, collect iron ore for me. Wouldn't let me pick him up to throw it. I had to go to my power box, unequip him, put him back in, and then chuck him to the ore so he can give me some more iron ore. But yeah, apart from that, it was a bit frustrating. I guess, like you say, I think obviously because I've already got some of the bosses done. Hoping to add more DLC where you can kind of. I just like add some more content, maybe some more.
They said something about a big tree or something, didn't they? That was like in the top left corner of the map. That they're going to do something with that.
Yeah, or I think they're probably going to add more bosses as well because obviously they said people like.
It's still only in early access, isn't it? It's not a finished game. Which
I know they said they're going to add another 4 bosses. I think they were talking about, and adding some sort of Elite 4 kind of style that Pokemon has, but not calling it Elite 4.
Well, they need to fix the catch rating thingies as well because it's nuts. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no. But I think that's fairly fixed on the PC, so I assume once it gets round to the Xbox side of things, it will get fixed. But yeah, God, I've put into something like I literally once. I think I say it's difficult because I see what you guys meant. Like at first, when I was really hating it to begin with, because I tried it and I got really annoyed, and then I played with other Ross, and he kind of showed me a few of the things you need to do. I want to start having that kind of not handheld kind of thing, but like, tour a few things rather than reading and kind of learning yourself and watching twats on YouTube telling what they think the best thing is.
Oh yeah.
Once I started someone who I knew close to me was like, no, you don't need to worry about it, just do this, this, and that. Set these things up. And once I started setting my base up to the kind of basic items I needed, which is like the stone works, the wood works, the grinders, I can get all these kind of palladium ores without having to go hunting for it. As soon as I got all that set up and everything, then and obviously like trying to keep them happy, which is very difficult. I'm happy. I'm loving it now because I say it was all set up nicely. And even if I 1000G now, I'm still happy to go back and play more. And especially if they add more DLC content and more achievements and stuff to it, which I think they're going to.
Yeah, desperate to get the rocket dragon thingy. I'm desperate to try and catch one of those.
Yeah, I just want to kind of add more guns to my pals now as well, because you can add some guns to them. So I kind of want to start doing that as well to see what kind of carnage I can do. Still haven't caught one that massive yellow one yet, though, which I want to get.
Must be another one.
The first boss.
Oh,
Lord, it's called.
The island at the south to get that one.
Yeah, I went down there once and I couldn't see it, so I was like, and then I got killed because I got ambushed by like loads of people turning me off.
Yeah, trespassing. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that's it. So basically, got trespassed. I got fucking so annoyed when I was like trying to get out of the island and they kept fucking attacking me. I was like, just respawn.
It's so glitched as well because when you're flying, they respawn in the air. You just keep dropping out of the sky.
Yeah, that's like me in the water. They kept taking me in the water. I was like, no, you can't get me. No, we can. We're gonna swim after you. Get falling through the world every now and again.
Yeah.
As well, which is a bit random.
Yeah, I did that when I went in the mountains. There was an egg. I was like, I'll go get the egg. Just as I went to drop down and get it, went straight through the earth. I was like, oh fuck!
Climb some invisible wall. Then climb some invisible wall, and then kind of put your head through the wall. Oh, I'm through the ground. No, but yeah, no. Like I say, I've put like a good 20 odd hours, 20 maybe 25 hours into it, and yeah, I just really, really like it. Yeah, obviously, like I said, 1000G'd it. So
it goes to show if you make it kind of fun enough, you don't have to overcomplicate it to get like an impressive game, and for it to get that much kind of hype, because it is by far not a polished game, but it's enjoyable.
Nowhere near. And that's what I mean. Like, if you even a game that's not this polished, and it's early access, so they've said like this is just our first thing. It's game preview. It's early access. We're gonna have bugs. But be patient with us, and we've got way more content to add to this. This is not a fleshed out world. This is not the final product. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can come up with.
Yeah,
like I said, they're going to add more powers to it. They're going to add more bosses. They're going to expand the world. They're going to add, like I said, the tree, I think it's called, or more towers. So I'd be impressed to see what they can come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's done incredibly well. It's sold millions and millions of copies on Steam and Xbox and obviously Game Pass. And I think there was a story the other day where they were saying like they're desperate for more people to come and help because they literally can't keep up like making the new stuff. And
Microsoft had to get into with the servers, didn't they? They had to kind of help them host their servers.
Yeah, it did seem a bit. I saw some people saying that I don't even think Microsoft were prepared for it to be quite as big because they were before release. They were like, "Oh, it's coming to Game Pass," and then it come out and they're like, "Shit! Right, we're helping quickly. Get them more engineers quickly."
But to think they didn't know it was going to be that big, so they must have got it at a steal of a prices at the start.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I do wonder how much they paid for it.
Oh man, we get to go be on Game Pass, which means we get more people looking at it. And they went,
oh shit!
And it was like 7 million minimum. Oh shit! Like at one time, I was like, oh shit! 7 million people at one time playing it. Fuck.
Yeah.
You can imagine those AAA developers looking at it, going, "What the fuck? This buggy mess is making this."
Yeah, Cyberpunk and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, well, it's like one of them games of almost not a generation as such, but like like PUBG, Fortnite, and then I guess there must have been something else Among Us, and then maybe this like real big like touchstone moments for people joining in gaming and stuff. Hello. Super surprise special guest. Yeah, it's great. Have you played much more? Because I haven't really touched it.
Yes.
I haven't touched it.
Yeah, I mean, like Ian said, I've been catching up every now and then. You see a kind of little videos of people giving you tips, like breeding tips, like to get some of the harder to get pals. And I've now got a base full of like 10 Anubises. We've kind of stormrolled the base quite helpfully. But yeah, it sort of reducing it down the settings, like Ian kind of done, made it way more fun. You can progress it way more quicker that way.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's less
sort of,
frustrating. That's the thing what I said about it.
it
It's
was
just
because it's
less
quite a slog
frustrating.
otherwise.
Yeah.
That's
That happened
why.
my first time I went through. I was only like level 4 or 5. I was getting frustrated, but as soon as I dumbed down the settings a bit, changed a few things around,
Yeah.
just that little bit more enjoyable where you kind of don't need to focus too much on the pals and waiting for them to do something. Like you can just get like the musket or like a fucking pistol and start doing some damage yourself.
Yeah, because I got the sword now. Even the sword is quite handy in the fights. So
Yeah, I used like a iron spear. I think I used mainly and a musket I use as well, and I think I got a handgun as well.
I've got a shotgun. I said I got a shotgun, a handgun, and a sword. They all do kind of super damage, except to one of the bosses who I failed because I ran out of time. Could not chisel down his health. It's taken bloody ages. But yeah, no, it's good to sort of kind of mix it up every now and then and go back to it. And pretty far in, quite level 50 now on there, and yeah, it's quite good fun. But just trying to get some of the harder kind of pals, and I want to get the rocket dragon because it allows you to zoom across the sky pretty sharpish. But they're like nails to get. This almost impossible unless you try and cheese your way to do it.
Yeah, my guy I used to fly with is very slow, but now I've got this kind of I can't remember what it's called now. It's like some weird dragon with like 4 wings. I mean,
mine was Phalaris is one I've got, and there's a Nightwing who was the slow one, and there's another one as well that I've got, Rocket something, I can't remember, Razanaga or something like that. So there's quite a few different flying ones, but they, as you said, they're not super fast. They still get you around quite quick enough, but that Rocket Dragon is literally zooms you across the map, which is going to be, if you get
I like using the grapple gun as well. That's quite fun. Launch myself.
Yeah, I heard there's tricks like you grapple gun and then use a glider to sort of catapult yourself forwards.
But yeah, like I said, I've got the kind of bases unlocked, so if you do want to do another stream, we can try with other bosses as well together. But yeah, I mean,
I mean, because
that's the only thing that didn't work very well was the multiplayer kind of bit. The amount of times that crashed out on us was a bit of a shame. But I think that might have been. I mean, if you turned on the PAL, how many PALs allowed on once, or the PAL respawn rate, maybe if that's too high, because it mentioned it could crash if that setting's a bit too high.
I think it's I think they were mentioning as well is if you're not all in the same world, but I know the same kind of location. You know how, like, if you go into a dungeon, it transports you into that dungeon.
Yeah.
I think that's what gets funny about it in the same server, because also we're outside it and they're in a different location.
Yeah,
but whereas like the bosses works fine because you all get transported to that location, so therefore you're all in that one location. So imagine if you do dungeons, if you all went in the dungeon at the same time, I imagine it wouldn't crash, or it might be less buggy. Because I did it before.
Well, it certainly didn't work when Ross kept trying to get in the dungeon, did it? Just crashing it over.
Even though I warned him, it was like, nope, we're just going to try it.
Yeah, I can try anyway. Oh, it's crashed again.
But no.
I must admit, I did enjoy it more than I expected playing with you lot, but I would have probably less than 0% interest in checking it out on my own. It's just not my kind of thing at all. But yeah, it's fun. Obviously, you did a lot of that groundwork for us, Ian, setting it up, getting a lot of the items and gear, and sort of giving me and Ross stuff to get us started.
Yeah, I feel like it does help that little bit.
Yeah, definitely. If we'd started from scratch, I don't think I would have enjoyed it anywhere near as much. But starting from with a bit of a head start, it was relatively fun. Apart from
that kind of
capturing,
helped you kind of get jumped in straight away, get a bit more content straight away, and kind of get involved.
It was funny. Jay couldn't catch a pet to save his life.
No, that was
literally did not understand why. Did not understand why they were kept failing. I was doing everything I was being told, mostly. Just kept failing, but I got some eventually. And yeah, like I said, I'll definitely play some more with you lot at some point this month. But I did play a tiny bit with my youngest, who just made a surprise guest appearance then, because she was interested in checking it out. But because we were starting from scratch and I didn't really know what I was doing and she didn't know what she was doing, we kind of got lost interest about 20 minutes in. Yeah, I was, I don't know what's going on. She said, Dad, how do I do this? I don't know. Dad, how do I do this? I don't know. Ian, I need you.
Tutorial, Jay.
Well, that's what I was saying, because it's like Craftopia, and it comes up with basically like a set of steps to follow, but that's not necessarily the most exciting start to a game. So,
and that's what I was saying before. When I first started it, I was getting really annoyed with the whole kind of following all these steps, trying to think about, and then watch a couple of video YouTube guys. And then when someone just goes, just get this, break it down. You got the right location where your first base should be. Just crack on with the task that you get for your power box to build up your base. You can get a second base. And just go through the technology tree and just pick and choose which ones you want in technology tree to kind of build your base up more. And once I started focusing on that and not worrying too much about other shit, kind of all fell together.
Nice.
And actually just build resources, and like I say, you build resources yourself and use your powers to do it all for you. It's like basically like slave trading.
Yeah.
It's do it all for you. Like you don't really need like that's the good thing about it. You don't really need your powers to fight the bosses and stuff. Very rarely was I using a power.
No.
The main time I was using a power was more to distract the boss so I can go around and try and get a backstrike on my ball.
Yeah. Nice. So you can't beat a good backstrike on the ball.
That's it.
But yeah, nice. So yeah, we'll play some more at some point this month. I'm sure Graham and Ross and Ian, I'm sure we'll carry on playing it as well. I might give it another go, a little go on my own, just to see how I get on. But like I said, I already tried twice and I didn't do very well at all. But yeah, so that's Project Get Past.
Get some of the bosses done. You get like a content for all the bosses. I think we'll have a good chance, good laugh. I say, we've got a few more resources I need to pick up for us. And once I've got make a new box with all the actual items we need for the bosses, I think it'll be a bit more fun to try out.
Yeah, so you do all the boring stuff, and then we'll come in and do all the glory. And
hey, it won't be me with my powers doing. I'll just leave them on idle for like 10 minutes, and they got my items for me.
Nice.
That's the only thing about it. Sometimes it's quite a lot of idling. Because like you say, it's like, okay, I need all this done. Okay, I get the powers to do it for me. It's like, I get myself a drink, come back down, come back 10 minutes later. There we go, it's all sorted.
Nice. Well, we'll keep playing some more. We'll do another stream at some point, I'm sure, this month, and we shall hear from Ross if he's back next week. Hopefully, if there's providing there's no more sporting activities / hurricanes heading his way.
It's a semi-final of the wife carrying competition, so Ross won't be able to make it.
Because he's entering it, or because he's the number one fan?
Oh, it's just as popular sports activity that's on a Sunday.
At 8 p.m?
Mini
sports-ish. So yeah, all right, cool. Well, let's move on to some other games we've been playing. And I'm going to very quickly jump in because I've been waiting for about a month to talk about this one. I'm very excited. It's a game called Elisa, and this is the developer's cut that's come out. It originally released on PC back in 2021, and it is, drum roll please, a Resident Evil style 1990s style survival horror game, and it's fucking brilliant. Tank controls, fixed cameras, pre-render backdrop. It's even like presented in 480p like the old consoles would have been. Awkward inventory, slightly iffy aiming, terrible acting. That's brilliant. I love it. It was such a glorious surprise. It's not gory like Resident Evil. It's all based around like this sort of underground dollhouse, and instead of fighting like zombies and like mutants, you're fighting like animatronic dolls and clowns and weird fishmen and stuff like that. It's bizarre, but it's really, really good. If you like the 90s style survival horror, fucking get it in. Don't get it in the bin. Get it in your fucking console because it's fucking awesome. I know we're early in the year, but it's definitely, I would say, definitely my favorite game I've played this year that I've managed to complete so far. Really enjoyed it. Excellent, like I said, tank controls, weird save system, weird like combat and stuff. But instead of, you unlock new weapons, but you can also unlock upgrades and stuff as well. So you can give her new outfits to give her better defense, better attack, etc., etc. Or you can take it off if you like, which is initially I thought it was just for you know what that's for. But it actually serves a purpose at one point where it helps her get through an area faster, where she can swim when she hasn't got her clothes on, just down to her tighty whities, easy. But
now
yeah,
I know
you
why
can
you
get
like, now I know why you like it. When the
yeah.
truth comes out.
Yeah, I didn't have to leave her like that the whole way through, but I thought it was probably for the story. Yeah, no, and you get like I said, new weapons. You get upgrades where she can be resurrected if she gets killed, or she can get yanked out of danger if she's about to get hit and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just excellent, really, really excellent, like old school survival horror gameplay and sort of cutscenes are super cheesy. There's a few Resident Evil references. I think I sent the clip to one of you guys, of Graham. I think, or maybe I told you, but she talks about going nicely in a sandwich at some point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just I loved it from start to finish. It took me I think it took me 10 hours to get through, but I was dawdling quite a lot, and I died quite a few times because it's so old school. There's no like checkpoints or auto save or anything. You have to save at the like save room, and if you die, then you just go back to that save. And there was a few times where I did like half an hour's worth of stuff. Thought I'll be all right, and then I walked straight into a boss battle with no health and no ammo. Got absolutely rinsed, and then I had to do it all again. So yeah, I got caught out by that more than once, but I really, really enjoyed it. And there's a new game plus, you can start again with your upgraded stuff and go through and get more upgrades and more weapons and stuff. Which
Is there like multiple endings as well?
there is. I don't know how many there are, but yeah, there are. And I'm pretty sure I got the worst one because I died so much because I took so long. And there's an ending for not taking any of the upgrades, but I took a couple of upgrades before I realised that was the case. But yeah, really, really good. Highly recommended. I recommend checking it out if you're even remotely interested in a bit of a classic survival horror goodness. Really, really good. You can go check out my review on xboxtavern.com right now. Graham, we're gonna sort of like shift it round a little bit, and we're gonna double team on a little bit of Like a Dragon. How you getting on with Infinite Wealth?
Yeah, it's been the main thing I've been playing this week, and it's just, I mean, these games never cease to amaze me, and it's just the Like a Dragon ones sort of keep the same vibe and feel and twists in the story that keep you guessing. But it's just with the Like a Dragon, they've sort of ramped up the far-fetched to next level bits with the mini game bits. I didn't mention in my review because I didn't get to that point yet, but not long after, really, I got to the bit where you get taken to, you wash up on an island, which is a setting for like a makeshift Animal Crossing. And it's just crazy. Basically, it's just a rundown island of people sort of dropping their trash on there, and you got to clear up the trash and start rebuilding it. And there's bugs to catch, like in Animal Crossing. There's fish to catch. You got to basically keep all the tourists happy that come to visit it, and there's like little bits where the Sujimon, the little sort of Pokemon characters that you do, they can do some good farming and catch it, like getting resources that help you build extra buildings, etc. And it's just crazy, but it's an easy way to make a hell of a lot of money quickly that you can transfer back to your main game to sort of buy better equipment. So it's almost like it forces you to play it because money's quite stingy in the game quite early on, and it's really hard.
That's one thing I have noticed while I've been playing. I've hardly got any money at all. No, I can't buy anything. That's obviously why. Yeah,
it took me probably about like a 4 to 5 hours, like a solid sort of playing that Animal Crossing bit to get from like a 0-star resort to a 5-star resort, and I ended up with like 400,000.
Okay,
at the end of it.
Yeah.
So you get a shit ton that you take back to sort of, now I can buy like level 4 or 5-star equipment. That definitely levels the playing field a little bit.
Yes.
So, but it's just the fact that that's a side game to the main game. It's got no impact on the main game other than it helps you with the equipment. It's just a big old subsection of sort of, it's just a fun little playground of sort of Animal Crossing. But yeah, just so crazy.
Is that me or is that him?
That's what I say. I think that's him. First I thought, is this me? So I'm so used to me dying as well.
They have an option as well. Pictures.
We did lose you for a bit, Graham.
Yeah,
to let you know.
Yeah,
I think it did say the thing restarted.
Yeah. Okay. So try that again because we missed what you said as soon as you finished talking about Animal Crossing bit.
Yeah, I said there's the dating game bit where you have to sort of text a lady on there, and basically you have to try and say the right things to keep her interested, and then you get like little button prompts, like you have to press like A B B X X like before the timer runs out to sort of get a bit of extra sort of bonuses, and then she starts sending you some sort of very low risque kind of pictures like of a leg or like.
But hands, one of them was the one that goes. She just go like this.
It's supposed to be sort of, like a little bit of innuendo. Yeah, kind of like a little kind of kinky. And then when you get to the end, you have to like press like loads of combinations to sort of get a date. And if you get a date, then you go to the person, you meet up with the person. It's always someone's random, so random. It was like one person, it was like an old drunk guy. Another point, it was just a chicken. It was just the mascot of a tourist shop. And he gets like confused, like, why the hell are you on this? But everyone seems to be pretending to be a lady, so I assume it's like a play on the catfishing kind of thing. But it's just quite amusing. It's fun. It's a fun little thing to play anyway. But it's just it's so many different things to distract you, and even though the main story gets more and more heartfelt as you go through it, and it's just a weird sort of play on the emotions from the absolute bizarre to the crunching story when you actually start going through it, and it can get quite gruesome at times. Did you get to the point where I was telling you about the gruesome bit in Hawaii where the guy sort of walked into the gang?
Yeah, and when you first see the Barracudas, that was a bit of a tonal shift from all the light-hearted jovialness, and then it was like, wow, well, he's in not a very good way.
And they just like, we're just going to leave this here. It never gets mentioned again. Just to put it, it's not even a spoilers, Ian. It's like that. It's so much lightheartedness through it, and then just randomly, this guy, like I think he's drunk or something, just kind of walks in the path of the gang, and they basically take him to like an underground sort of parking lot and literally kill him. And he's pinned up against the wall with like a knife in his kind of chest and guts. And it's like you run down to try and help him and see what's going on. And so it's like, and like the main guy's like, you don't want to see this, and then it literally pans to it, and you're like, what the hell? It's just a flat out murder. And then rather than saying we need to tell the authorities, it's like, no, we'll go back to the hotel. We're not going anywhere near.
Off we go back.
Let's get out of here. Run away.
That's horrific. And then they just never mention it again. It's like just a random guy just got brutally murdered. I mean, murder is part of the game, but just not as flat out as random as that.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he did try and steal Kiryu's wallet earlier on, so he got what was coming to him, but it was a bit of a total shift. But as you said, the rest of it is so light-hearted and over the top, and
you just never see these things coming. It's so gruesome. But that's what I mean, because like it's a game about sort of old school gangs or Japanese gangs and how he's sort of got out of it, but he keeps getting pulled back into it, kind of thing. So you understand that the tone's always supposed to be gritty, but they keep throwing you so much giddy and sort of whimsy at you that it completely just keeps catching you off guard when you go back to the main story. It's like, oh yeah, they're still killing and gangsters and kidnappings and all this going on.
It'll be fun, but just remember to remind you, there's still murder.
But also, I'm just going to collect people to play them like Pokemon, including people in sleeping bags and people with massive pizzas. And
I mean, going like that inside massive trousers.
It's so bizarre. Like I said, there's so much stuff to do outside of the main story, and it's all weird and wonderful.
When I read about that, I was like, when I read about some of the stuff you can do in it, I was like, how have they managed to put all this into one game?
It's so weird.
It effectively is like 3 games in one, in it really.
Yeah.
Really good. I'm enjoying it.
The Sujimon battle bits are not massively complex. You've got like the elements, one stronger than the others, but it's really like whoever's got stronger ones is generally going to win.
Yeah. I've only done the tutorial one so far, but that took fucking ages to get through, like I said to you last night. And I've collected like half a dozen other Sujimon that I've sort of leveled up and stuff, but I haven't actually gone back into a Sujimon battle again since. I've just been trying to get through. Do we want to? I don't want to spoil too much, but I fought the boss of the Barracudas. That's the last thing I did really. And that was quite a good fight. And I'm quite enjoying, like I said last time, I think we spoke about it, like the turn-based combat. Although I don't generally like turn-based, I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying the sort of general flow of, because it's still quite fast paced. You're not sitting there just picking stuff out of a menu. You're moving around. You're placing your characters as well as choosing attacks from a menu. And yeah, it's way more enjoyable than I ever thought it would be, as well as obviously all the batshit crazy stuff and the Sega arcade games, and then some guy getting eviscerated in a corner, and then going on a date with a chicken, and all sorts of other crazy shit that's happening. Yeah, it's really good. Are you even remotely interested in checking out Ian, other than the Sujin one?
I want to check out the first one first more than this one. What was it called? Like issue
Like a Dragon.
Yeah. So I think once I try that out first and see what that's like, maybe I'll try the second one, because Sujimon Fun does look quite funny. Some of the stuff you get, and yeah, it would be interesting to see what it can do. Like if I can get like a guy with a fucking pizza as a shield.
Yeah, and he just starts fucking munching on it, and then he gets even stronger. So what's going on?
So that's what I've seen as a scene. I was like, I want the pizza shield.
It's so good. It's so bizarre, but I am really enjoying it. I've just started chapter 5, I think. So I'm a few behind you, Gray.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 8. Yeah. It's fun. It feels a shame that you have to finish the story and you keep playing through because there's so much side stuff to enjoy, but I was like, I need to get through it. I have to keep focusing. Not to let myself get sidetracked.
Yeah. Well, there's a few other people I speak to sort of outside of the tavern. They said they've just finished it and they sort of mainlined it as best they could, and they were still knocking up like 70, 80 hour playtimes, which is slightly concerning because I've got a long way to go, and I've got a feeling I'm already like half that amount of time as it is. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying it. We'll keep playing it over the next few months, I imagine. See how we get on. See we can get to the end of it and finish it off. Ian, let's move on to you if that's all right. Have you got anything else you've been playing this week other than a bit of Power Worlds?
It's me, and obviously, as everyone knows, clearly I'm a bit of a completionist, and I've kind of obviously joined my competitions again to complete long and annoying games, and I've got really strangely into Rocket Arena. So obviously,
yes,
this is closing down in March 21st.
Okay.
21st? Yes, I think all the servers are being shut down on March 21st. So I kind of want to kind of finish all the achievements and that. Some of them are a bit of a slog, because I get 100 kills with certain characters and stuff like that, and play a certain amount of matches. But it's actually what I'm kind of not annoyed, I would say. I didn't really give it much time when I first tried it. But now I'm playing it again now. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's actually quite a fun game to play. There's a lot of different characters you can use. I think some of the mechanics can be a bit... I guess some of them are a bit annoying, because obviously some characters are just really, really shit, and it's like, what's the fucking point? Even they've been in the game, because they just do nothing to you whatsoever. But there's a few ones that are like actually quite powerful and quite fun to play with. So yeah, I think it's just weird, kind of this bit of a time sink, is the best way to put it. Just kind of nothing to worry about, no crazy storylines like you guys are doing with your game. Just simple, go in there, kill a bunch of people, rounds, and just have a bit of fun.
What sort of game is it? Because I don't even know anything about it. What is it?
So it's 3v3. At the moment now, they've only got...
is it FPS?
No, third person shooter.
Okay.
It's 3v3. You versus you, up to 2 other people. You can have a team with you, and versus 3 AI. They used to do 3v3, as in you could do versus 3 humans, but they've turned that bit off to kind of, because all the servers are being shut down. They kind of, I guess they just want to put only one mode into. It's kind of co-op shooter now instead. Okay. And yeah, I think they've got different rounds. So you got obviously just first to 20, so you kill each other. With like got sent. It's kind of like, I don't know what's the best way to, what kind of mechanics I could use it for. But I guess each character has different special powers, which make their gun a bit more unique. Like one guy's got like a, it's like if you shoot normally, what's it called? Without zooming in, it's like a shotgun, but if you zoom in, it's like a sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
Now one's got like a bullet gun, so kind of does loads of spread damage. But there's also like other little mechanics. One like this, I've got this scale where you can kind of go under the ground, like, kind of like a little stingray thing, kind of goes through the walls and stuff, so you can kind of jump out behind other people. Another person you can like fire like a barrel, and they kind of like and then you can kind of teleport to that barrel if you want to kind of get out of dodge quite quickly. So yeah, sort of weird kind
let me fill in while he's having some tech support issues. Yes, Gray, you've been playing anything else? Because I've got a couple other things I can quickly mention, but we also need to get to the big news of the week. You got anything major you want to bring up quickly?
Not major, only kind of what we've been playing yesterday, but I wouldn't say that's a major thing. We just dipped into.
We did indeed. We dipped in a bit of Rocket League. I don't know if you remember this.
Took a long way to go.
Yeah.
So, and there's always the people who
of the wrong time. I should have just left.
Yeah, a bit of Rocket League. Worse, we played.
Getting rinsed by people constantly playing that track.
Yeah, absolutely fucking destroyed us. But and it always happened to be, like I said, the people with that song playing. Although we did fairly well for ourselves, considering we haven't played it in probably every year at this point. Got some good goals, got some good wins. We come back from 3-0 down to win 5-3, which was pretty good. And then we lost the game where we were 4-1 up, was it? And then they come back and beat us 5-4 or something. So yeah, swings and roundabouts.
It was, but I think we did some epic defending in that. I think that was our main bit. Our attacking game was cack, but our defensive game was pretty decent.
Oh yeah, no, we both were pulling out some pretty decent epic saves.
I'm just cack in general.
No, you can do it, Ian. I believe in you. Well, me and Ian did, after you left to go, me and Ian did play a little bit of turbo golf racing together against like some random players. Some were AI and some were humans.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was a couple of hours. And we were fucking wiping the floor with them, weren't we?
We were doing quite well, apart from that last couple ones.
The last game I think was when we actually had someone who challenged us, but the rest of the time it was me and him finishing in 30 seconds, and then everyone else just either didn't finish or were like a minute behind us.
I think we did make each other raise our game.
No, there was funny one moment because it tells you like the quickest time you've done a hole. And I was like, oh, my quickest time is 54 seconds. Jay's like, what? Mine's like 28. I was like, fuck, what have I done?
Yeah, we did catch up. Let's close the gap a little bit, but yeah, it was quite a wide start to begin with. But yeah, it was good fun last night. We had a very late session of gaming, but it was good.
Annoying you can't do the take it in turns versus each other though.
The 1v1,
the actual proper golfing, because we tried to do like search at the same time and hope we play each other, and we didn't. We played 2 of random.
Do it. Oh, that's annoying. I like that. I told you it has its issues where if you get too close to a cliff, it fucks you up. But I mean, I see what you mean. That'd be quite cool to actually do that against a friend. I'm so bizarre that they don't do that.
Yeah, I don't get why they can't. Maybe they kind of think it's a new feature. But yeah, hopefully they can
play randoms. Why can't you just play a friend?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't get why you can't play against someone else, because even when we searched at the same time, we thought, okay, well, no one was really playing this. So let's try and search at the same time, and then we both found completely random different people. Yeah, and then Jay was cocky and lost.
No, I won, but she the person I was playing against, something Lisa was the name. I can't remember now, but her first shot went like 200 yards, and mine went like 1,500. And I was like, oh, I fucking got this in the bag. And then she ended up beating me. Not beating me, sorry. She beat me to the hole, but we drew in terms of shots. Oh, and then and then I beat her the next one, and then we drew again. So yes, it wasn't as cut and dry as I'd hoped it would be, but it's good fun though. I still enjoyed it.
Surprisingly fun game, yeah. Like I say, it's another one of the games where I could think. I say, oh, let's play some gaming tonight. Yeah, let's go play some Rocket League.
But Turbo Golf Racing, and it's still technically in game preview as well, even though it's been out for a year and a half, I think, at this point in Game Pass. So they'll add and change stuff and fix stuff, because the menus I found were a bit buggy as well. If I'd loaded into a party with Ian, having had a game mode selected, it wouldn't let me then go back and change the game mode again. So we had to leave the party and go back and go around the houses to get back together. Weird, but not the end of the world. Anyway. I've got lots of other games I could talk about this week because I played fucking shitloads, but we're running very short on time because we've got like 20 minutes before we need to wrap things up. So should we get a quick bit of plug-in and then we'll get into what can only be described as some sort of news this week. Very quickly, I don't want to get too much into it because we'll do that next week, I imagine. But
Plugs.
Has anyone got it ready? Do you want to do the plugs, or shall I do them?
I can do it. I don't mind.
Go on, then, Ian. Give me a good plug-in. I need a plug-in.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. As you all know, we are on YouTube partners now, so please come become members to get some exclusive content being uploaded, along with our waffling and gubbins about our certain random stuff. We're gonna have a bit more competitions over there as well and giveaways. So please join us over there. I think the minimum amount you can join is £1 a month, so literally less than a coffee if you go to Starbucks or anything. So every little helps. So please do join us if you can. Even if it's for a couple of months, just please give us a chance and join us, or send us some super chats and we'll immediately respond to your question. You can also find us on all podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. I think I use Google Podcasts, so please look us up there. If you do use Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review, and that will be much appreciated. And also,
if you can do it from your Apple Vision Pro as well, that'd be perfect. I really want to see someone review it.
Yes, yeah.
From within augmented reality, or whatever it is they call it.
And then also we'll read that out as well. Hopefully make it as funny as possible. That'd be all great. We also got insert coin for a code which is XBXTVRN. Please use that. You get £5 off over orders over £50. So again, that's valid until the end of the year. So please use that. You can use the scan the QR code on screen now. I'm just covering my face. If I hide it a bit lower. We also got socials along the bottom. I think if it's still there,
they are indeed.
We are perfect. So there's on. You can join us on Discord. You can all find our written reviews at xboxtavern.com. You can also find us on Twitters at Xbox Tavern official, Xbox Tavern.
Twitter Xbox Tavern, yeah.
Yeah, Twitter Xbox Tavern, and you can also find us at OnlyFans as well.
Only Dan's.
Only Dan's for the win.
And that is my plugin. Not as good as Voss.
Nice.
But...
No, I feel just as satiated regardless. Thank you very much, Ian. You've done very well.
It's also angry, wasn't it?
I beg your pardon, sorry.
My plug was less angry.
Exactly, far more sedate, but just no less tender. And that's what we like. Right. Right. Let's. I'm loath to. We haven't got time for guess the game this week. Not if we want to get into. We've only got 10 minutes. 10 minutes in before we have to go. It's fine. It's fine. Well, if we've got time, we'll do guess the game at the end. Guess the game. It's great. Anyway, if not, we'll do it next week. Right.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
So if you've been living under a rock, or if you're a sensible person and stayed off the internet, which you should do because it's full of fucking nonsense, there's been big rumours going around this week, bigly rumours. The Xbox are considering putting games on other platforms. Oh my god! If you could, my heart is melting because it's such a big disaster. I mean, it's not, but it had a lot of people on the internet crying.
Mm-hmm.
Asking that very question.
Tell me why.
It's been an insane response to a rumor. I'll stress that again. Well, like I said, we'll get way into it next week because they're having a business update event, according to Phil Spencer, at some point in the coming week. So he didn't say when, but everybody's assuming it'll be tomorrow because he said last Monday it'll be next week. Who knows when it'll be? We'll find out soon. But the rumor is to boil it down to as short as possible because we don't want to get spend 4 hours going through it. Hi-Fi Rush is obviously rumored to be coming to the Switch and PlayStation, as was Sea of Thieves, and then various people who in the know, I'll put them in air quotes because who knows, say that Indiana Jones could be coming to other consoles, Halo, Gears, Starfield as well, when the DLC comes out at some point this year. And then everybody's just gone, well, not everybody, sorry, the more extreme elements, should we say, of the Xbox fan base have gone, "Wow, no, I can't have this. It's outrageous." Blah. And to be honest, it's almost like people say you drive past a car crash and you can't help but look, even though you shouldn't really pay attention to it. I just can't help but read all of these tweets and comments and articles about people going, "Wow, it'd be the end of the world," and it's like, just A, it's a rumor. B, what difference does it make to you? You've still got the games accessible on your Xbox. And C, just wait until next fucking week. If they come out next week and say we're going to take your Xbox away from you and put all the games on PlayStation, by all means, go and fucking cause a riot. But I honestly thought I'd missed some like major actual announcement. The amount of people were going on about it, and we've had various Xbox influencers like Clobril and Tim Dog, names you shouldn't know. And if you don't know who they are, good job. And various other people saying, "I'm not supporting Xbox anymore because this is outrageous." A, again, what is outrageous? They haven't done anything. B, even if they do, what different? I don't understand. Can one of you help me, please? Do either of you see it from the side of the people who are getting very upset about this supposed rumor?
Yeah, well, only because it's just like the whole thing about the game wars, between the battles between the two. The only thing they have left, because the hardware is almost identical, is the exclusives, and that's almost like, well, if they do this, then all the exclusives are gone. There is no exclusives.
Yeah,
it means PlayStation is the only one with exclusives. So that's literally the only thing that they could be crying about, but. It's like you said. So what? Those are Microsoft-based companies. It means they're getting money from PlayStation users to play basically Microsoft-based games. But that happens anyway.
Yeah, sorry, Ian, go on. You jump in because I'm just going to go on a fucking rant about nothing. Go on.
Well, like I said, say in our group chat, I said it literally, like just Graham said, it boils down to the fact is, why own an Xbox if all games are going to PlayStation? You feel like, yeah, okay, great that they're investing, want to make more money, but then I think also Xbox don't need to make more money. Most of their money comes from fucking Windows and Office 365. So
True.
like Xbox Universe is a very, very little entity. So even if they did want to put it onto more consoles, like, yeah, okay, it was not that much of a big deal to me because I still love my Xbox. But then also it gives you the point of, are they actually invested in Xbox? Is this going to go all to PlayStation? So when it comes to new generation, there's not going to be a new Xbox, and Xbox just make games, and then all your games just go into PlayStation, and there'll be like a Xbox Game Pass for PlayStation where all the, like, people could always think of these stupid wild rumors, like, if you want to buy an Xbox game, you can use a PlayStation to use Xbox Game Pass.
See, and what you were just getting at then, is the only side of this I do understand, even if I don't. Well, again, without confirmation, I can't say one way or another. But people are worrying about a next generation. What happens to my digital library if Xbox say, "Well, we're not making consoles anymore," which is a fair point, and I totally understand that point. Excuse me. But again, wait for confirmation before you start getting upset and selling your consoles.
100%. Wait until the actual thing is announced, because all at the moment now is just complete rumors. And even if at the time last week the rumor was true and the uproar came out and they realized, oh shit, this rumor is going to kill us, let's backtrack, and they come next week and say, no, we're keeping exclusives. That's fine. They can announce that there because that's their strategy going forward. But we'll remember this, like, do you remember this whole fucking, I was thinking about this ages ago, but do you remember it was the original Xbox One where they were going about this whole digital library essence, and everyone kicked off about this. Oh, fucking look, 10 years later, no one's buying physical games. It's all fucking digital. And it's like, why is everyone kicking off about something that happened that happened 10 years ago, like where they tried to go this strategy moving forward? Everyone's like, no, this is bullshit. I want my disc. How dare you bring out a digital only console? That's fucking stupid. I want my games physical. How dare you? And nowadays, everyone's fucking buying digital. It's ridiculous. They wanted to bring this whole strategy of Game Pass and stuff way, way early than they were originally intending to, until the uproar and backlash. So again, they must have a strategy. They must have an idea. And you have to remember that Xbox is not their fucking biggest money maker. If anything, it might even lose money at the moment, until obviously newer games come out for Activision and stuff. But still, it's still a great strategy, and that's the only thing I think that it boils down to is people might start thinking is why own an Xbox if all the games are eventually come to PlayStation or Switch. But then again, all Xbox games go on the PC. So the reality is, if you do want to play an Xbox game and they do start making consoles, as long as they keep the achievement ecosystem on, I'll play my PC. Because most of the games at the moment are coming out on Xbox, are always coming out on PC. You can play through the Microsoft Store and get that way.
And cloud gaming and all that sort of stuff. So Graham touched on something.
Again, cloud gaming. My TV downstairs can play fucking Xbox games if I wanted to. So it's like, you don't even need to make consoles anymore. No, they can go down the whole cloud game entity of just using it through your fucking smart device or even your fucking TV downstairs. You don't need a console.
Yeah.
So people need to calm down a bit. I understand that there's an uproar moment, but Jay. But
I'm so angry.
There's no confirmation yet, so we don't know. We can't say anything until they give us an official statement. At the moment now, it's just rumors of people saying hearsay, and one guy thinking more than another. And then one person starts thinking something, everyone goes, "I'll jump on that bandwagon and start thinking of that." But
and there's even been a little bit of walk back on that. Some of them, again, is it Tom Henderson? Tom Henderson, I think it's Insider. Even he started to walk it back a bit, saying a lot of people at Xbox were caught off guard by this rumor going so crazy because, as far as they're aware, it was nowhere near the extent that the rumor's saying, like Indiana Jones, Starfield, blah blah blah. As far as they're concerned, it was just possibly Hi-Fi Rush and maybe Sea of Thieves and maybe some free-to-play games, stuff like that. So again, it's
anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, boats for the win, eh? But it's just
that's why I just stopped Skull and Bones going big. It's been Sea of Thieves on the console. Skull and Bones comes nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, until there's an actual confirmation, I understand that if Xbox start putting all their exclusive content, even if it's timed exclusive, onto PlayStation, there is going to be a lot of people going, why own an Xbox? And yes, I understand that you can probably get this through Game Pass, but some people don't do tricks and little things to get Xbox Game Pass for cheap. Some people buy it for £15 a month. If you suddenly stop using Xbox Game Pass, and then you can just buy those digital time exclusive games, 1 year later you have to wait 1 year and buy the PlayStation, your own console choice, and then play all the PlayStation exclusives ones when it comes out through PlayStation Bobby, whatever it's called. You know, you have no need, like I say. And that's the thing. That's the only worry I have is, will they put less investment into the actual Xbox ecosystem if they start putting all their games everywhere?
Yeah, which is, again, like I said, a completely fair concern down the line. But like I saw some people, granted, again, these are like the extreme ends of the fucking gamer base. Doesn't matter whether they're playing on Xbox or PC or PlayStation, whether, selling their console, saying I'm done with Xbox, and then they're worrying that their library is going to go away. Well, if you kept your console, you still have your library, wouldn't you? Even if they don't do another console, there's plenty of Series X's and S's and what have you out there now. There's already the rumors from the FTC stuff that they're going to bring out new revisions of the Series S and X at some point, maybe this year, who knows. And as Graham said earlier on, basically the PS5 and the Xbox are identical at this point. Like, obviously they got their quirks of the way they're designed, but what they do is identical. And you got all these companies like Ubisoft and Sega and stuff. They're making multi-platform multi-platform versions of the same game. Why bother? Why not? Say everything does come to PlayStation. You just need a PlayStation. You can just get a console there and you just get whatever games you like. And then you haven't got to worry about it. Again, obviously, maybe PlayStation will go away one day, and then the whole thing will rear its ugly head again. But yeah, I was just absolutely fascinated by the response by a lot of people who took the rumors as fact, twisted it, pushed it, and then went, "Wow, I can't believe they're doing this." And they're not doing it. Have they said they're doing this? No, just wait. You've only got to wait a week. It's only a week. Just wait and see what they say. And again,
I really think it's literally just fucking Hi-Fi Rush. I can't remember hearing the rumor for Sea of Thieves only till Skull and Bones started coming bigger. I remember hearing the rumor of Hi-Fi Rush going to other consoles. It was only a timed exclusive. But then they're people who fucking people own them. What was in that game that was on Xbox? Oh, come on, my mind's going blank now. What's that fucking game that they made that was on PlayStation? Ghost of Tsushima, was it?
No, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo, that was it, and that was PlayStation. So imagine
Yeah, well, that was a PlayStation exclusive, as was Deathloop, until it come to Xbox a year later.
Yeah,
which
that's what I mean.
I think
Maybe they're same devs, though. I can't see why Hi-Fi would go. Go to PlayStation. That's fine. That's That's a smaller game. That's fine.
See, I've heard that comment a lot. The smaller game, Hi-Fi Rush, from a lot of people, and I don't think it matters whether it's Hi-Fi Rush, whether it's Wolfenstein, whether it's Halo. It really doesn't matter. Like you can still play it on your console.
See,
you can still.
I have
it. The problem is, with again. Well, I don't want to go on too long. I know we've got to wrap up soon, but there's still that mindset of I've got an Xbox, so only I get to play Halo, or only I get to play Last of Us because I've got a PlayStation. And I don't. Why? There's no reason for it other than the.
Has Jay died, or was it me?
Oh, I thought that was me again. No, I think it's Jay this time.
Jay's got so angry. He's dying now. Everyone's dying.
I'm so angry.
You're all dying here, angry.
Throw myself.
He's gone again.
He's gone again. Oh. I'm not a bombshell.
No, I'm not done yet, motherfuckers.
It's having its revenge.
I've lost my fucking.
Maybe Phil Spence is watching this podcast. And that's why
basically,
cutting him off. He's too angry. Cut him off.
Have him. Get him in the fucking bin. I've listened to a lot of stuff like Sacred Symbols, Define a Duke, and other podcasts and all sorts of them, and they've all had great points and different opinions and stuff. And one of them, I think Colin Moriarty was coming up with was, what if this is their plan? Like, say they put, let's just take Halo Infinite, for example. They put Halo Infinite on PlayStation 5 tomorrow. And they say, here you are, $70 or 70 quid, whatever, Halo 5. Or Halo Infinite, sorry. Or you can come over to a console, pay £15 a month, and you get Halo Infinite and 500 other games. And then the same again, Indiana Jones. Here's Indiana Jones, 70 quid, please. Or you can play on Xbox, get it in your subscription, and 500 other games. And every time they release one more of these games, it's like, well, so far I've spent 140 quid on 2 games, or I could have put that £140 towards a Game Pass subscription and got 500 odd games. And the more they add it up, and the more it stretches out over, say, 2 years, the more tempting it will be to be, actually, maybe I should just buy an Xbox and get Game Pass. And then I get all these games, I lose out on the PlayStation ones, but I've got my subscription and I can play all these games and I don't have to keep buying them every time they come out. Or I don't have to wait a year for them to come to my console. Or I don't have to pay full price, or I don't have to wait for them to go on sale. That's just one small argument in a vast array of arguments that I've heard over the last week, sorry. But I thought that was an interesting point where it's almost like a bit of shenanigans going on, being like, have a little bit of crack and then come over and have the rest of it in our house. Have a little bit more crack. Wasn't that nice? Come over to our house and enjoy it. And then, and then on the other end, you've got, well, we're just going to put Indiana Jones on day one, same costs. We're going to put Game Pass on PlayStation, and let's just calm down. Let's just chill out. Just wait for Big Daddy Phil to come out and do his businessy spiel, which I will attempt to ruin next week because I don't like reading business speak nonsense as it is. And then we'll go from there. And if next week, like I said, they come out and they say, give us your Xbox back, fuck you, you don't get your library or your games anymore, then we can riot. But until then, just play some fucking video games, chill out, and wait for the confirmation. Graham, you've been a little bit quieter here until I cut out, I think. Any more thoughts on this before we wrap up? Because otherwise I'll just keep going for another hour on why people are being fucking stupid.
Be patient until the news comes out. We don't know anything until we know, and it's not worth getting all worked up until we actually know, because I imagine the end result is not going to be as bad as everyone thinks it's going to be. And
exactly.
I mean, even worst case scenario doesn't even sound too bad at this point.
No, like I said,
I just think if people are worried that they're going to put less time and investment into a future Xbox console, if it's going to go, here's all our games on all consoles, they're not going to put that much effort into the new Xbox Bobby Face Series 720.
I think sustainability-wise, there probably won't be a next console. Surely they're going so cloud heavy that it's just going to be.
That's true. Again, you're right. Good valid point there. Like you say, I can fucking go downstairs if I wanted to and just play Halo Infinite on my TV.
Yeah.
So,
but again, even if there is like a next generation, for example, a PS6 and an Xbox Series Super Duper Ultra Edition, they're both going to do the same thing. They're just going to have a different box around it. So why? Perhaps this is like the first step into making it like it's a stupid analogy, but it's the only one I can ever think of. Like a DVD player. I don't have to have a Sony DVD player to play Sony films. I just need a DVD player. So why can't I buy a console that is made by Sony or made by Xbox that has a certain controller or a certain UI or whatever? But they all play the same games regardless of what. I know that's a lot more complicated than the DVD player.
Start going to Xbox, and they've got
effectively at that point you've just got a PC, just in a console form factor, like Steam tried to do with the Steam boxes. Yeah. So maybe we're slowly edging towards that as well as the cloud gaming and
like
streaming.
I said, who knows? That could be the future, because
and that would be ideal. I'd like, again, you don't need to have one console, but have one set of sort of specs, as it were, and have then design their own consoles.
Like the reason I might play on Xbox, apart from the I like the cheaper thing, is the users around it. I made so many friends through it.
Yeah.
That I would never change console because I'm in that ecosystem.
Yeah.
I play. I haven't got any of the later PlayStation games because I have no real interest at the moment. Any of the exclusives they've brought out at the moment. But as soon as they bring out exclusives that I really want, I probably will pick up a PlayStation. But for now, I'm happy with my Xbox ecosystem.
Yeah. And again, there's no reason. I don't. Again, I'm a layman. I don't make games, but I don't see any reason why you can't have, a set of machines that play everything just made by different people, like a DVD player or a CD player. Again, I know it's a lot more complicated than that, but it can't. There must be a way of.
Granddad.
Pardon?
Yeah, Granddad, calm down.
Stop talking about old technologies. You got this Walkman.
He wants his party days.
You know what I mean? The general gist is, there's since gaming has started, basically, it's been you've had a Mega Drive, or you've had a SNES, or you've had a Saturn, or a PlayStation, or N64, or Dreamcast, or whatever, and they only play one set of games, even though they play the same games. They only played one version of a game. Why can't you have? I'm just repeating myself now, but you know what I mean. Anyway,
he just wants to play Last of Us 2 remastered on Xbox.
If they brought it out on Xbox, I would buy it again just because I'm that kind of guy. But yeah,
Resident Evil on a fax machine.
I'd play Resident Evil on a fucking toaster if I could. So get working on that, please. Anyway, we'll talk about it more next week.
That's good. I want to be here.
Yeah, see what the actual shit is going down. Whether it is the end of the world, or whether it's actually just some other people get to play your games as well. Because I was going to go into another rant about something else to listen to, but I'll save it for another time.
Gentlemen, is your rant about 5 Resident Evil games in development? Because that would make me rant.
It's not, but we could have got into that. I'll avoid it for now, though. But we got to get wrapped up because you got to go watch some big sweaty men run around and bash each other in the balls.
Resident Evil 9. See no evil, hear no evil.
You're going to set me off, man. You're going to set me off. Don't do it.
5 Resident Evil games in development right now, including Resident Evil 9. According to notable leader Dusk Golem. Dusk Golem, what a fucking name. It's a quality name.
Yes.
What are they making? Why is there 5?
Oh, who knows? There's going to be a remake or two. Obviously, Resident Evil 9, and probably a fucking another multiplayer game that no one will touch because it's going to be crap. So we'll let's move on. Let's get out of here, shall we? Let's get out of it. Should we? Where are we doing? Games coming to Game Pass. Graham, do you want to do this part? You've got the list. You've got the document open. Things are coming into Game Pass, such as.
Up there, Graham.
As long as my connection lasts, I can rip through
it's proper all over the place this evening, isn't it? All of us, I think.
Yeah. So, games that have already come in, you've got Train Sim World 4 and Madden NFL 24 that came in on February 7th and 8th, so that should be there for you now. And then coming in a few days, you've got Resident Evil 3 on February the 13th, A Little to the Left on February 14th, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, nice Valentine's hit there for February 14th. You got Plate Up on February 15th, and then Return to Grace on February 20th.
Nice.
For those.
Some good-looking games coming up there. I shall say no more than that. Ian, things are leaving.
Yep.
There's a massive list, as I understand right now.
A massive list of 2 games. Opus Echo of Starsong, the Full Bloom Edition.
Full Bloom Edition, yeah.
And the Galactic Civilization 3, which is a Windows only.
What was that?
Game.
Yeah.
That one. Exactly. Galactic
Yeah,
Civilization 3. And apparently Hitman's still leaving. But I thought that left.
Go play there while you still can. Why not? Get in there. Right, Graham, before we wrap it up, I think we got a minute spare. What's your best pull?
Yeah. Well, recently I had a couple. They're on about the Future Academy ones, or Future Stars, I think the latest promotion is, and I managed to get one. It was Elliot, the Liverpool midfielder with super noodles for a hairstyle. Yeah, he jumped in price. He was about 300,000 coins when it all started out. He's now dropped down to about 90,000 coins. Should have sold him when the iron was hot, but I thought I might put him to use. But yeah, he was one of them. And then from a squad-based challenge, I managed to pull a George Best as well, who's still goes for quite a bit as well. So yeah, 2 decent pulls that I've made the squad.
Nice. We actually used them.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I've used both of them, Elliot and George Best. George Best is like a super sub, and same with Elliot, really. They both come on sort of when you need to sort of get that second wind in the second half. They come on and try and help change it up.
I think you need next week, because I'm not here next week. You need to get your team. Show us your team, your actual prime team.
Yeah, I could do that.
Get him out. I've got a question for you as well.
Go.
Get your team out for the lads. I've got a question for you. When George Best scores, does
if only you can get sort of audio tracks that play as you score, but I'll have to look and see if there is one that is for that. That'd be awesome.
I thought you were going to say does George Best to the salmon. I was like,
he might do the salmon. I'm sure one at one point in time he could have been able to. Anyway, that'll do us. Let's wrap it up so we can go watch some big sweaty men.
That's the game.
And do you want to guess the game? Are you sure you got time?
We've got 7
more
minutes.
free than me, so if he was happy to
all right.
get it done.
Let me get it up for you.
Really?
Hopefully my computer doesn't shit the bed trying to share the screen. Turn that off. Right. Okay, guess the game. If you're not familiar, guess the game. Basically, it's like Wordle for video games. 6 pictures, and you have to guess the game as it does. It says on the tin. Right. Where is my fucking share button? Hang on, sorry. Tech support. I need it. Right, coming in.
That's us. There you go.
There we go.
That looks familiar.
It looks
not in a good way. That looks like a mobile-based game where you have to get 3 in a row, like Puzzle Quest, like those kind of games. But
what's the? No,
but the symbols don't look.
Not fucking Candy Crush.
It is kind of like.
We could try Puzzle Quest if you want. I don't know. Let's try Puzzle Quest.
Puzzle Quest uses gems. It doesn't use fucking shields and money bags.
Yeah. It will tell us yellow if it is the right franchise, at least.
Oh, okay.
It's not yellow. Too old for Metacritic. I mean, that looks like a fucking squish.
What is that?
Looks like a fucking squish lemming up here.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was like discount RuneScape, but it's definitely not RuneScape.
Look at the face. It reminds me of that picture that like they let an artist restore it, and it turned it into that weird spooky face.
Looks like Dan.
Yeah, I've no idea. Any guesses, or should I skip over?
skip.
Yeah, if anything, this has made it look less. It's probably like an old. Yeah. In fact, it's got sword and shields, makes it think it's.
Just like RuneScape, even though I know it's not it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think we've already had RuneScape, haven't we?
Where we have. Yeah, I know. It's not that.
No.
I know it's not that, but I was write something down.
Yeah, at least it's removes it from the list.
And we've had Ultima as well. It does look.
We have had. Well, we've had Ultima Online. We haven't had normal Ultima.
But type normal Ultima.
I mean the fact it's got that old school graphics. Ultima is pretty old, but I don't remember that 3 in a row nonsense.
That could just be an inventory system, though.
Yeah, no Ultima. MMORPG.
Oh God!
Way out my warehouse here.
That's the only one I know is WoW.
Wow.
It's hard to go like beyond an Elder Scrolls. I mean, I know that the second one's a Daggerfall, but I don't even know what the first one is.
It's definitely not Elder Scrolls. Yeah, no chance. I haven't even got anything I can guess at because I'm well out of the league here.
It's just the front screen that sort of put it out for me. I'm trying to think of old one, like Dungeon Siege, maybe. I mean, these are like old school RPGs, but that first one's really putting me off.
Dungeon Siege. Oh, go on then.
And there's like 3 of them, but I was like, I haven't played like the really early ones, so
yeah, I don't feel like it. No, yeah,
I don't think it is, but it's just I'm trying to.
1997.
It's not even that old, really. I can't zoom anymore now.
I've got nothing.
Don't recognise it at all.
Me what it is.
No,
can't even zoom into the. That's as close as I can get, I'm afraid.
97. What sort of era was this? Mega Drive kind of era still, wasn't it?
Where they're like mid Saturn era PlayStation, but again, MMORPG obviously is PC only as well. So yeah, no idea. Like I said, I haven't even got something I can just throw out there as a random guess because not a clue. Let me just type in online and maybe that will give us a.
Why?
Oh, hello. Well, if it's a MMORPG, it might have had online in the name. Was that sorry?
It's definitely not Bomberman Online.
No.
I think I bloody know that one. I can't think of any older sort of RPG franchise started like that.
Derby Time Online, Metal Gear Online.
It's definitely not.
Is it Metal Gear Online?
Metal Gear. There is there was I don't know if it's still online or not, but what's this one? I don't know. That's calling to me. I've never heard of it, but
go for it.
Why not?
Fable.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, that's not doing me any good.
No, it's not.
Not doing me any good at all.
Now looking at Metal Gear Online.
CIP Productions.
Let me keep scrolling through the list of online games while you guys try and think of something because I'm well out of here.
I took the long way.
We are taking the fucking long way home here. Fucking chicken long way for a win here.
Yeah, I have nothing. Hot Chip Online.
What hot
Imperial.
chip?
That sounds good.
I missed that. What?
Imperial Online.
Oh no, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I've not got anything.
I mean, that's probably as good a guess as any, really. Oh fuck it, why not? Let's go with it. Unless anyone's got any last ditch efforts.
No.
What the fuck is it? Tibia. Okay, Tibia. So yeah.
Okay, I feel better now. I mean, I know I'm sort of an RPG fan, but I've never heard of that one.
Nope, never heard that name before in my life.
No.
Well, it's the name of a phone, but that doesn't really help.
So it's a free online multiplayer game. Is it going to?
It's got to be in a PC only one or something.
I know it said PC only.
Oh,
it said console.
Browser-based nonsense. It must have been similar
for more than 25 years. Yeah. There you go. We've learned something new today, gentlemen. We've learned something new. There's an MMORPG called Tibia, which none of us has ever heard of, and none of us ever played, obviously. So well done. Yep. I'm glad we rounded off the show with that. Right, gentlemen. I think that'll do us. Let's get out of here.
That's lovely.
That'll do us. Ian, go and enjoy your NFL.
Tesco's and get some beers.
I can see
Hopefully
the
the team
balls.
wins all of the sports ball. Graham, get yourself
Yeah.
your best pulls and get them all ready for next week, and we'll show we'll do a bit of show and tell for Ian.
Okay, I could do that.
And
Jamie,
I will,
you go challenge the Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania.
no, you might throw me off the fucking Hell in a Cell. Like Mankind. Do you remember when he threw Mankind? All right, let's go have it. Fucking hell, I've had enough of this. It's too late, too tired, and I'm too upset.
I knew you would love that. I just knew you would love
I've been Jamie. You can find me at IanXand. You can find Ian
that. And Nutty Way.
and Graham.
At Graham Reaper.
Thank you very much. We'll be back next Sunday at 8 p.m.
Ish.
Ish.
Yes. Farewell. Be good to each other.
Yep.
And remember, just wait for the news. And once the news comes out, then we can discuss it properly. Treat Phil Spencer like we tell everybody. Hashtag be nice, you can. Right.
Oh, Wendy.
Wendy.